Today I want to talk about response versus reaction. Now, I'm a mental health professional and I'm here to tell you I had to learn this on my own as well. So most of us think we know the difference between responding to a situation versus reacting to a situation. The reality is sometimes it gets a little bit more complicated than just taking a pause. So let me give you an example. Let's say someone is really upset with me. Maybe they have some words of anger to share with me, and they're coming at me with full gusto and they're saying this, that, and the other. My immediate reaction as a human being is gonna wanna defend myself. I'm gonna wanna say something really witty back, or probably something sarcastic or nasty back, but that is a reaction. Now, if I want to respond in that moment, I first have to take a pause, acknowledge the reaction I do want to have, and recognize that in the long run, it's not really probably gonna serve me because the person is already angry and escalated, and I'm probably gonna escalate the situation even further. So the important thing in that moment is gonna be taking a pause, acknowledging what is it that I actually wanna say, and how will it be best served for me to say and share that information. So maybe instead of being witty and sarcastic in my example, it may help to share something or respond something from the lines of, I can see you're really upset. Can you help me understand what is going on? Now, generally, we don't talk this way. I know in my culture and my upbringing growing up, it was very easy for us to be sarcastic and witty. And if someone was late, for example, it was very easy to say, oh, you're on time, good job. Even though what we really wanted to say is, hey, you really upset me by not coming on time. So in order to learn the difference between reaction and response, understand you're a human being. Understand you're gonna have moments where you wanna say something that's not gonna be pleasant, but the reason you're choosing response versus that reaction is in the long run, you want to move the conversation further. And when we react to something, we're not necessarily moving the conversation further. In these instances, we're probably also sharing more statements than we are asking questions. Remember, questions are the ones that are moving the conversation further. Statement is probably going to put someone on the defense. Now, I mentioned I had to learn this as a mental health professional because I want to normalize how incredibly complicated this can get for us, even as adults, even as someone who is doing a lot of work. Sometimes it can get really challenging, and I've noticed on the days when I maybe not have too much time on my hands, or maybe I haven't taken care of myself as much, maybe I don't have as much bandwidth, my need or quickness to want to react is a lot faster than my desire to want to respond. So you also have to pay attention. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you allowing yourself to have this moment to expand your bandwidth, or what we call in our mental health professional, our window of tolerance? The more you're taking care of yourself, the more you have the ability for your window of tolerance. But the more our schedules are busy, the more things we're doing, the more stuff is on our plate, it gets a little complicated, and we're a lot quicker to choose reaction over response. If you have moments where you react and you wanted to really respond, please don't be hard on yourself. Like I said, we're all trying to figure this out, this thing called life. And I want to ensure that if you reacted in that moment, you will have a moment to sort of reflect and figure out how you want to change that in your next situation. Let me know in your comments below how you work through that model of response versus reaction, and what are some things that you do. I know for me, it's that moment of pause or a moment of breath, maybe taking a sip of water, but I'd love to hear from you. What are those things that help you respond versus react? If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media at The Indian Counselor.